which is this. It's the Ryobi Patio Cleaner with brush. I've opened it and tested it already, and I like it. So I'm gonna just now see if I can work on cleaning this front garden. I've only got one battery. I don't know how far that's gonna get me, but I think about maybe 3 months ago, I was doing it manually. And by the end of it, which wasn't the end because it was still stuff growing, I was almost half dead. It's really manually intensive to get all this crap out of the floor. So when I saw this, I was influenced. And yeah, it's bright green / yellow / fluorescent. Looks like it's gonna kick some ass. Let me go and get the battery. Okay, so I got the battery. I'm gonna go with the full charge. I'm probably gonna run a time lapse. So I plugged it in and I'm gonna give it a go. And one side of it has a brush and the other side has a wheel. Let's just give it a go. Oh, yes. It's quite satisfying and it just wants to go. I'm not gonna lie, it wants to go. I was doing this thing where I was doing it in different directions because each line you're like, oh, what about here? What about here? And I was ultimately like a psychopath, just going in different directions. So now I discovered what I'm going to do, just focus on one line and I can keep going straight. Ooh. You got to steer it in the right direction. Look how quick we're doing this. Manually, it would just take forever. And it's really getting down deep, I'm finding. I'll show you in a minute. But like there's lots of moss here. And now there's not. Whoa. That's beautiful. Look at that. So we're reversing. I actually think it's better to pull backwards. Because you can get into the groove quite nicely. This is going to take a lot longer than if I didn't have a child with me. So far, we're doing quite good progress. So far, I'm really liking it. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so I've done quite a large amount. Well, okay, maybe I've done maybe like 2/10 of this space. And my battery's dead. It's done quite well. Obviously, the ground here was pretty bad. It was bad. There was like growth, thick growth, moss. I've not really touched too much grassy bits, but hints of grass. So I'm going to unplug it now, sweep this up, and then call it a day, I think. I'm not going to go buy another battery, although it is a bit annoying having to do it in chunks like this, but maybe it's manageable chunks. I don't have any other Ryobi equipment. I don't think I'm going to buy any more Ryobi equipment unless I'm influenced again, but I'm not that big of a gardener. I just want it to look reasonable. There's a lot of weeds around me, so it doesn't look reasonable at the moment. I'm just trying to make it look less like an abandoned home, you know? So batteries like this, just like any other battery, I don't know why they don't make them universal. The same way they made the phone companies do. They really need to do the same with the batteries because we're just wasting. We're wasting money, wasting time, we're wasting energy, we're wasting resources, we're wasting people's lives that have to go and dig the battery, lithium, out. So I'm going to put it on charge and I'm going to stop my ranting, sweep this up and then I'll film a bit more of what it looks like and how much I've done versus how much I've not done, which is a lot. I might need another battery. So I'm now sweeping up all the mud. One advantage of doing it this way versus using like the jet wash is that you don't have a whole load of wet mud, which is what you get with a jet wash. Like over there, at the foot of the hill of the driveway, there was like, well, there still is a collection of mud there, which when you drive in, it then makes the whole floor dirty. So you don't get that. And the mud is, you know, easy to compact up. Don't know what I'm going to do with this mud, though. I might put it into the back garden. I mean, this is literally all the debris that's come out from in between. It's quite fine sand, and then obviously the grass grows from it. Have you finished? Okay, so swept up the mud as best as I can do. I'm not the best sweeper, I know that. You know that. We all know that. But it's better. There's not much, well, there's always more that one can do, but there's not much in terms of the grooves that I can do until the battery finishes. Just a few points. So, sorry for the background noise, but I saw someone online saying that they just did a small portion of the garden and then this wire thing, it was done. But to be fair, for mine, I think it's still going pretty strong. It's like really sharp. I mistakenly touched it one time with a bit of impact and force, and it really hurt. So that's really what gets all this stuff out, this metal sharp thing that's there. And on the other side has obviously just got a wheel just to help you walk along with it. And the best way that I found in terms of making it work, or especially with such a floor pattern as this, is going in lines. You can really see the lines have been clear. So that's what this is like now. Like I've gone all the way along. And obviously, this is what we kind of started with. Like very green, lots of moss. Not very nice. That just needed to go. Like, look at this. Ooh, makes my skin crawl. Ooh. But yeah, we've still got a long way. But in terms of what I've done here, it's been a lot faster. You can see like before, after, before. After, before. Yep.